Hello everyone, Mark here from Ariga and welcome to the second video in our series on setting up a basic Pipedrive system. Bit of luck, you'll already have seen our first video and you've set up your users and your security and a couple of the basic settings and you have a system all ready to go. So I'm going to assume you're all logged in, so without further ado let's dive in and start customizing some fields. So we're going to focus on customizing fields for the main entities in Pipedrive, which is a really simple process. What we need to do first of all is we need to get into the settings area that we did previously. So simply need to click on the username in the top right and then click settings, and then we're in the correct area. We can then click customize fields and that gets us to the settings area we need to be to add and amend fields against the main entity types. You can see the three different record types are on three different tabs there. We're actually going to concentrate on deals, so we have the deals tab selected already. So what we can do now is fairly obvious, click on the add deal field button. So the first thing we're prompted for is the type of field that we want to do. So we're going to pretend that we're adding a lead source field. There's a lot of different types, but given we're going to use this field to track where our opportunities came from, where our deals came from, probably the best one for this is a single option field. So we're going to go ahead and select single option now. And when we do that, first thing it asks for is a name for the field. So we can pop that name in. Okay, now because this is an option type field, it's also going to ask us for some possible values. So you can see those in the box there, so we can pop those values in now. Okay, once I have all my values, all I need to do is click the save button. And that has created my field. Now note that the field itself is not by default added to the add new dialog or indeed to the details view. You can see the columns there next to my new field and they're all both set to no. Easy to change, just simply click on them and they will then say yes and they will be shown on the relevant forms. So I can click back to my pipeline now, and if I add a new deal you can see that my new field is on the add deal form at the towards the bottom there, and I can go ahead and enter a new deal. So I'll just pop a few details in and just to save and to show that the new field is working as expected. Okay, if I go into the details now of my deal, you can see that my field is on the details form as well. So that's it, adding a new field. There is one more thing to look at, and that's amending fields. So obviously we go back to our settings area and our customized fields to do this. Once we're there, we simply click on the field and then we can amend it as we want. Now, one thing to look at is, particularly with option fields, what happens if we start removing possible values? And you do need to be cautious with this. So I'm going to go ahead and remove one of my values simply by clicking the cross. Okay, and then we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at that record I created earlier. I'll go back to my deals and open up the deal itself. So you will see that my lead source field has now been blanked because I removed the option. Do be careful with that, you have been warned. So that's about all you need to know about adding fields to the system. It really is that simple. Main thing to take note of is the field type, and just make sure you use a field appropriate for your purpose. I hope you found that useful. Of course, as always, if you could do with some further help, then please don't hesitate to get in contact. The email address will be coming up on the screen shortly, and I hope you're looking forward to some more videos which we will post here as and when we get them done. Thanks all for listening.